Welcome back, guys, to Factorio Meiosis. This is episode number 43. And I know, guys, I know what you're thinking. Come on, Zisteau, your other Factorio series. They lasted, what, 20 episodes, 25? Get with the rocket launching already. I know I've teased you. I know I've delayed. I know I've overbuilt the base. I know I promised, oh, we're very close. We're very close to launching rockets. We're very close. It'll be any time now. And in my brain, maybe very close means something different than in your brain. But let me just tell you something. We're very close. we're very close. We don't have much left to do. That's not accurate. But technically, if we just wanted to launch rockets, we've got to be making low-density structures. We've got to be making rocket control units. And then that makes a rocket, and then in the rocket you put a satellite. So, we're already making rocket fuel. We're making everything we need. Like, everything else is getting made, more or less. I mean, I could make some more specific cells to do some of the odds and ends that are still being made here. But really what we need are these things. So that's what we're going to do today. We are going to finish up. We're going to make a cell that makes low-density structures and rocket control units. That's where we're gonna start anyway. We'll see. We'll see how that does. We're very close. I promise. I promise we're close. Let's see. I need to delete this. Okay, train just went by. He can go that way. He can take the long way around. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Delete ski. Delete ski. Okay. So this solar panel. That's my marker. All the way up to there and all the way to the right, and that radar. So we've got, two more things for the base material for the rocket silo, which we're going to set up today. We need to add some trains over here, picking up oil. 2 stops for that. Then we need a cell making a satellites, and then we need a rocket silo cell. And after that, everything else is going to be optimization. We'll be able to launch rockets. It probably won't be as fast as I want right off the bat. I mean, I can't imagine that's going to happen, that we just set it up and, oh, it's perfect. No, we're going to need to speed up some things on the back end. We're going to need more copper cells. We're going to need additional steel cell probably, things like that. We're going to have to beef up our plastic production. Let's do all this. But we really are, oh, man, I every time I say it now, I'm going to be self-conscious. We really are very close. I mean, like, really, really close. Today, we're definitely making, I don't know what else I'll get to, because this stuff takes time, but we're definitely going to make this and this. Rocket control units and low-density structures. So here's the layout of the train stops for the first of our 2 little cells, and I put a big train stacker here for 9 trains, so we might have 3 come into each of these guys and still have room, and there's room also in the little in-between spaces. But there's a huge flaw for this, so I actually have to rebuild it. I foresaw a problem, so we have trains waiting here to be able to go through, but a problem might arise where, let's say, for instance, there is a train here. And the blocks are gonna say, and I've actually changed the wiring a bit. I took out the chain signals, but let's just pretend there were chain signals all over here. Like this, I was trying to find a way for it to work, and I couldn't figure it out. So we're gonna have to redesign it a bit. So let's say that a train is coming here, and then the next train in this stacker up here, he wants to go to the same spot. So what's he gonna do? He's gonna come right here. Right here, and he's gonna block anything else from going to these other 2. So what we need to do is we just need to redesign this so that does not conflict. Otherwise, it should be fine. So let's see, what we'll do is we're gonna do this, and let's pick these guys up, and this guy, and this guy, and instead of them all coming from one big train stacker, I'll just make them each their own smaller train stacker that holds 2 or 3. Because if I want to ramp this up, we're going to need a steady supply of materials coming in. So I just want to plan for eventually, if I need to have a bunch of trains coming through here, it's just ready to go. And I don't have to come back and worry about it later. So they're going to pick all these up, and then let's see. I actually, I was going to make a blueprint of that, but I don't need it now that I realize it's flawed. And I'm going to have to go take a look at my other train stackers, but I think they're fine because I'll have to take a look, though. I think they're fine. We'll see. If they're flawed like this one, I'll have to redesign them a little bit. So each of these guys will get a pared down train stacker with only 3 lanes. So let's just link that up to that. Saving map, autosave, number 2. And then we will, if I pare this down like this, and then blueprint that, it's getting dark again. Dang it. Then, if this will fit, then we should be good. We're up here, this can go up there and go bloop. Okay, yeah, this should be fine. Okay, so I think this is the design I'm going to go with. I thought about a few other options, but what we're going to do is we're going to squeeze as many of these beacons in between here to make up for the fact that we've got to spread out our assembly machines in order to have room for the output. So steel's going to come in up here, and then copper and plastic are going to share about here. We need 10 for each belt, right? And so we've got to spread out the assembly machines to have room for this underground belt, which gives us room for more beacons, which means our new crafting speed is 6.75, which gives us an assembly time for these guys of 4.44 seconds, which is not accounting for the bonuses we're going to get from these. But I'm just talking about materials in, not materials out right now. So 4.44 seconds, let's just say 5 seconds to make it simple. We've got 5 seconds to get 10 steel plates down the belt. So that's, what does that mean? It means 2 steel per second. We can do 40 items a second with express belts. Ergo, we can supply 20 of these guys without the belts running dry. As long as they're full, right? This is just, I don't want to build so much here that the belt can't actually keep up. But the issue with that is that these assemblers moving to the left, they're only going to have items on half of the belt. So really, we can only do half of that unless I add a little section to combine these belts. But for now, I know we can at least do 10. So let's just go with that to start with, and we can worry about the rest later. Oh, I'm hiccuping. I've been drinking some tea, and I think is giving me the hiccups. Okay. So, did that save the... It didn't save it all. Okay. Oops. Let's do that. Change the symbol. Drag it out. Okay, and then we just need to overlap the substations. Oh, actually, do I even want it there? Let's contemplate that. Let's pick it up. I don't think I do want it there. Okay, so let's pick up all these guys. We'll have steel coming down and then plastic and copper. Let's do the plastic and copper first because we'll be combining them. Steel will be the last one. Let's actually change the name. Yoinks! What's this place even called? Low density structure. Okay. We'll call it low steel. And then this will be low copper. And this guy will be low plastic. There we go. Okay, so eventually I might be able, probably not, but I might be able to compress 2 belts of steel, but I'll only need half that for these guys because we're going to be combining them. So let's have, let's see, let's have this guy come over here. And we want to merge with this guy. This power line's in the way, isn't it? Okay, let's move down 1 belt. Move down 1 space. Drink up, clean cup, drink up, clean cup. Move down. It's from Alice in Wonderland, by the way. Okay, so that'll be 1 belt. Then we need these guys to merge as well. These next 2. So this guy needs to come down here. I'm moving all these guys as far to the left as I can, by the way, so they can go around the assembly stuff. Okay, so there's our second belt. So that's 2 belts of plastic and 2 belts of copper, both combined into 1. And then we can go ahead and combine them like this. Okay, so there is our combined line. Oh, you know what? No, eventually we might want 1 of each. If we want one of each, we've got one of each here. What would we do? Just mix them? We have 2 lines here. I don't necessarily want to. I might try something like this. Although that could run into hiccups if it doesn't split exactly the right... No, let's not do that. Let's. I'll worry about that later. Important thing is that we'll need both lines of steel coming down here. And kind of hanging out, same spot. Same dealio. Yoinks. Okay, that guy goes here. Underground belts. Underground belts. Like so. Okay, so here's our 2 lines of steel. We only need 1 line right now, so that will help us determine how far over to put the blueprint. Okay, so this is upside down. Yeah. Okay, so the steel is going to go there. So that means we just put it basically like right here. Boop. Okay, and then we can fit in. We'll start with 10. We need to overlap the substations. So that gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 assembly machines. Overlap assembly, overlap substations. That's my little marker. It's dark again. Can't see where it is. Oh, there it is. Okay, you know what? Let's power this up. Oh, it did get powered up. Okay, it ran into some power line right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we just need to add... this is actually in the way. Need to add 2 more. If I overlap this one... Okay, I just have to delete it a little bit. It's not a big deal. There we go. All right, so the trains are all set up, ready to go. They're going, that's going to steel, and then it's gonna come back until its inventory is empty. This guy's going to copper, is gonna go there and pick it up, and it's gonna come back until its inventory is empty, and this is plastic. It's going to plastic, and then it's gonna come back and sit there until the inventory is empty. I refined the little belt merging area a bit. I think it's kind of nice. And I allowed myself enough room for a second row of this stuff for another 10 of these. So we've got 3 extra belts. We're bringing, we're going to use both of these steel belts here coming along this way. And I should mix them at some point. Oh, they are getting mixed. Okay, so they come down here. They go right down here. And then one goes off along this top lane to service all these guys. The other one gets underground belted here to be reserved for the next one. And of course, they're getting mixed, right? So until I add that, the copper from both belts will be getting used. Or the steel, whatever. And then we've got copper here and plastic here. We're only needing 1 belt for each, so they're both getting merged onto 1 belt. Let's just make sure I did that correctly. Here is, yeah, okay, so this is getting merged here. Copper coming this way and going down, and then plastic coming here and going down. And then through some trickery with some underground niceness, we've got the plastic and the copper getting split half and half. And then getting merged onto 1 belt. Won't have any problems with the mixer not working. And then plastic and copper, the other half going down here for the eventual expansion, should we need it. And I looked, actually, I had to go up to get some solid fuel to fuel the trains with. And I looked, and our old supply that we had stockpiled, where am I even going? Here. The old supply of solid fuel we had banked. It's all been used, and I am actually full to the gills of rocket fuel. That station is full. We're now running on our actual own oil. I haven't set up the new... Oh, there we go. I haven't set up the new oil cells yet, but they should be good to go. After this, we'll be making a simpler cell, which is going to be the rocket control unit. Fewer total items, only 1 of each. So we can load them both onto 1 cell. We won't have to spread them out like this, because we can just have them both share 1 side of a belt, and then have the output along the bottom. Well, the second cell set up for the video is ready to go. We just need to turn on our trains. That guy's going to blue. This guy's going to red. This guy's going to green. Red circuits, blue circuits, green circuits. There we go. They're going to go line up there, and I've split off the two sections of this particular cell so we can expand it as needs be. And I've done some rudimentary math just to make sure we have approximately the right ratios between one and the other. So the greens and the reds are going to head over here to make these speed module ones. They take 15 seconds, but we're speeding it up a lot because these guys will not accept the productivity modules. So we have an overall crafting speed of 10, which means they're getting made instead of every 15 seconds, every 1.5 seconds. That's pretty good. So I've got right now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those guys hooked up. One belt of green on one side and red on the other. And they're going to go and share half of the belt with the blues. That is the recipe. Let's just confirm. This is the rocket control unit cell. Takes 30 seconds. Run one processing unit, one speed module. And because we had a simpler input, we don't have to split these guys up to put the output down the middle. So we can make them a bit dense, which means they're a bit slower. But it means it's not going to take up nearly as much space. So I have a few more actual assemblers. But it takes up a way less space than the, what did we do before? Low density structure up there. So they're going to take something like 5.5 seconds to get made. That's not counting the bonuses we're going to get. And then that gets balanced and loaded onto a future train, which will head to our rocket silo cell. Here comes our first contestant. Come on down to the price is Zisteau. Green circuits, blue circuits. I think I sent the red circuit to red circuit 2, so it had, here it comes. It had farther to go. Here, oh, look at the blue circuits. It's so saturated. It's so pretty. Here comes red. Oh, not many red. Am I behind? I can't produce many red right now, probably because of our oil situation. We're sort of doing front-end stuff, and after that, we'll need to do back-end stuff to catch up. But here's all the blue cells going down, like I says. Green circuit should be fine because they don't rely on oil. We should be able to produce those right out the nose. There we go. Look at that speed. 1.5 seconds. Original speed, 15 seconds. Look at that speed. Okay, well, let's take a look at our power. We still have 59,000 solar panels, and we're not nearly close to using all of that. We've got almost 1,000 beacons now. Wow. Almost 800 electric furnaces, 3,600 laser turrets, 1,700 mining drills, 200 radars, 400 assembly machine 3s, 5,300 stack inserters, a mere 43 pump. We're going to probably double this next time we set up oil. 6,000 fast inserters, 74 roboports, which isn't much. 9,800 lights, 179 deprecated, outsourced, or outmoded assembly machine 2s, etc. You see the numbers, right? We've got a lot. Let's see what our production is. Although our production isn't going to be all that impressive because of the oil back end not being met satisfactorily. But right now we're making 8,500, or we're consuming 8,500 iron ingots. We're producing 8,300 iron plates, 5,700 copper, 12,000 copper cables, about 1,000 steel, 5,000 electronic circuits. That's every minute. Okay, pretty cool. A lot of things have been set up. So what do we have left? We need oil, because our oil, a lot of things demand and rely on oil. So we have to set up our oil stops. We've got oil wells there, and a big mamma jamma right there. And I think there might be one or two more isolated ones. There's a few in here in the solar panels I'm not going to worry about. And then we need something making a cell making satellites. You need one of these per rocket, or otherwise it doesn't count. I think you can technically launch it without it, but the game doesn't count it. You're going to get a counter up at the top left when we start launching. But it doesn't matter if we don't have satellites. We need a cell making this, which is going to take a lot of stuff. 100 low density structures, 100 processing units, 50 rocket fuel, etc. Expensive stuff. Then we'll need an actual rocket silo cell. Boom. Yeah, we can launch rockets. Okay, but we're close. So next time we'll do the oil stuff and the satellites. And then after that, episode 45, I suppose, will be rocket silo, and rocket launches, at least the first ones. But no, that will not be the end of the series. We'll keep going beyond that. What? Oh. Let's see what happened. Is that supposed to be like that? I never fixed this, huh? How do these guys look? They look pretty cool. Is that correct? The way that's set up? That's a balancer. Yeah, okay, it's fixed. All right, that's it for this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you next time. See you later. Take it easy. Have a good day. Bye-bye.